No,
No, it's not. Really?
natural strength.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us on a Tuesday evening.
I do need an adjustment.
What's that?
I don't know if this is a prank, but my microphone's not on. You want to go with it? I'll go with it. It's probably better.
It's definitely not on.
It's not on.
You are holding a mic that's literally plugged into nothing. That's that's the dream. That's T's dream.
If you're the Curry fan, look how the mom is wearing a Blazers jersey, and Dell is wearing. That's how you're supposed to do it. So if you're them, you're hoping for 7 games, right?
Try it out there, Kev.
Yes.
Golden State out here
Hello.
playing with them.
We have the
man.
technology. Golden State.
I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to make a statement. Just give me my cue. Let me know when I
All right.
get some stuff off my chest.
Wait till after the light goes red.
I've been
at the end of
correct
the night.
this entire playoffs.
That's not true.
Since first round, I've been correct. And I'm going to keep my guru streak going. I'm just letting y'all know.
All right. Ooh, we got some
Listen.
phone. Be careful of your phone there, Juice. Phone's near the mic.
It's not a phone. It's a little black book. A little digital.
It's like a
black book.
Costanza wallet. Like if Costanza had a cell phone wallet, that would be what it was.
Oh, and one ref.
Should be N1.
You like that bad boy? 18 years
That's
old.
pretty good, actually.
Never had another wallet.
Yeah.
I
It
you know
looks
what? I
like a
don't
now and
podcast
later
with a
in the
wallet.
summertime.
It's gross.
If I was
Yeah,
to be stopped
Don't ever look at my wallet again, man.
while podcasting, I would not have any identification.
I don't know why I did that.
All right, here we go. In case you were wondering, it's a little bit of a different setup for us tonight. We're going to get started with a little. It's more of a DC mess around, but it's the Audible and the HotBox.
HotBox mess around.
Yeah. We got both shows are. We got the Hogs Haven folks. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We're going to do a little Redskins talk. There is some Redskins news. Talk about the draft lottery and the Warriors' inexorable march to NBA Finals.
What did you just say?
Inexorable march.
Okay, thank you.
That's McNamara. That's a McNamara vocabulary. Thank you, Mr. Odierno. Here we go. Let's get
What does
started.
that mean, man?
I'm going to write
It
down.
means they will not be stopped. They're inexorable march. They're going to go all the way. No one's going to get in
Sound
their
like
way.
Eric Singletary.
Ooh, I'm going to take that as a
That
compliment.
kind of verbiage, man. What
Yeah.
kind of
I'm going to
verbiage
take
are
that
you
as a
using?
compliment.
It is the DC Coach of the Year.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like I said, I take
Not
that
a
as a
bad
high,
comp, yeah.
high praise.
Never heard that word before.
All right, here we go.
Eric's going to be pissed, though. I'm just going to
I'm
say
going to
that
have to
right
ask
now.
him what that means. Hey,
Thank you so much for coming back. Another Tuesday night in the basement at First Amendment Sports. I'm Ken Marangolo. He's Kevin Ricca.
I'm happy to be here, man. We're going to mash it up. What do we call it? The hot box mess around?
exactly.
We're calling it audible. It's a hot box mess around. He's Darren McClinton.
The auto box. Is that what
The
we're
auto,
gonna call it tonight?
auto box. I
you
kind of
like that.
like that. Actually, I'm
Auto
in favor.
box.
Can you see my good side?
Yeah, we can see your.
I
good
got to
side.
move the mic. You know, some of my fans said they couldn't see my face.
Is my head in the way? If it's my head, there's nothing I can do about that. I
That's
apologize.
poor producing. You always got to keep the moneymaker center
yeah,
screen.
I've
I
been
think that's
told-
where I'm at right
I've
now.
been told they cannot see my dimples. I want to make sure I do not
Kev.
disappoint.
He's
Yes.
smiling as he talks. I know you're angry watching. He's smiling as he talks. He's talking about his dimples. Is my dimple side showing? Just-
Yes, all of it, all of it.
Got to get the people what they want.
He is Juice, aka Kevin McClinton.
Oh my God, Steph Curry's out here balling. What's going on, guys? It's gonna be fun tonight, man. You know what I mean? A
It'll be
little
very
football, a
fun.
little basketball. Just everything's up in the air as
Everything's-
far as
everything's
everything. You know, everything
up
we
for
can talk
grabs.
about, right?
No holds barred.
No holds barred.
No
I
holds
think
barred.
I think that's what's up.
I mean,
Looking forward to it.
I'll tell you what. Let's start just in the arena of football. We don't. It doesn't have to be even about anything in particular. I know there's a couple headlines coming out of the NFL right now. On the local side, Monte Nicholson charges dropped. He is in line to be our 23-year-old starting safety next to Landon Collins. Not enough evidence. I mean, if you don't have any evidence, if it's insufficient. It's insufficient evidence.
I don't
Therefore,
understand. This is what I don't understand.
They
man.
tried to rob that man.
I get it. There's a video out here, him fighting in the street.
Yes, I've seen it.
You know what I mean? Like it was on TMZ. He was fighting in the street. Now listen, I'm so happy Monte Nicholson got the charges were dropped. I'm glad.
There's foolishness going on.
How do you say there wasn't enough evidence when he knocked somebody
It
out
was
in the street? Man?
insufficient.
His
It's
girlfriend,
insufficient. Dude got knocked out.
his
man.
girlfriend was like, knock him out. Knock his ass out. Like she was like it was he was throwing lefty haymakers, wasn't he? And then he'd stagger up to the other guy. He was like, foam.
Hey man,
That's bad.
There's not
That's
enough
bad.
evidence.
The judicial system is something, man.
Well, how about Kraft?
It's a video of him knocking somebody out.
How about Kraft's
man?
footage? You can't use it.
I'm still
Can't use it.
I'm still pushing very
You
hard
can't use
to
Kraft's
keep
footage.
that
You're
private.
pushing very hard for that.
To
Nice.
keep it private.
You
Because
don't want to see an old dirty old man.
well, when that video
Can't
hits
use
the
your
streets,
footage,
everyone's
man.
seeing it. No one is going to be able to tell me honestly
It's
that they
not
didn't
like
see
the
Robert Kraft
Tommy
video.
Lee, Pamela Anderson thing. Like I don't have that. Like I had to see that.
You will see it. You're going to
Hey,
see
you
it.
all do realize that video is going to come out. That will be out. That
And people
be,
will see it.
that
And it'll
will-
be a thing. Robert Kraft in Stay Spa thing.
Hey, what do you think the name of that video is going to be?
Oh, stop right now. Stop right now, Shaft.
She's crafty. She's crafty.
Oh my God,
Do
man!
you know how many people wish they had
Oh, man.
insufficient evidence in their
Right, they
case,
sitting down
and
right
how many
now.
people
They sitting down right now,
that
man.
the footage can't be used?
Right.
Oh my goodness!
You can beat people and get whacked off with like nothing.
With nothing.
And
Right.
everyone can look at it and they're like,
right,
no,
and charges are dropped.
I didn't see enough. To
Charges are
determine
dropped.
that-
I know.
Can't use
And
it.
you got people doing life
Can't
know.
use it.
years on evidence that's nowhere near what is out there now.
Well, we actually do have a criminal justice reform show that's on Wednesdays.
Listen, stop,
Please come back because we're going to solve this problem. We are going to
Wasn't me.
solve this problem.
Hey, it wasn't me.
It is a joke. It's a total joke. I mean, come on. It's obvious to everybody with a half a sense about him, and
It's
yet and nobody
brutally
fixes
obvious.
it. Yeah, I know.
But our owner was also on a $180 million yacht with Redskin socks on. The Patriots owner, like, can't our guy be cooler than this? Like, you buy a $180 million yacht. You guys saw this? He's got Redskin socks on. This thing is just it's ridiculous.
Like I honestly see Rob Kraft.
Go to a strip mall. Go to a strip mall in Jacksonville.
in a Japanese robe with some church socks on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold
Oh, yeah.
toe.
Looking at his watch. He keeps looking at his watch like, where's the...
And this
Crafty
place
left-hander.
apparently was just turning him over hand over fist like constantly.
Some gold
And
toe.
this is
Hand over fist.
One of them rolled
It was
lower than
just-
the other.
Yeah, I mean, so
Terrible.
we
It's a terrible thought.
We
Juice.
all should be concerned. I just don't think the world is like we're not taking it seriously enough. Like Darren said, it's the truth. The video of Robert Kraft in this baseball is going to be part of
my
public
God,
knowledge. And you know what?
How do we get on this
I
thing?
believe
already
you
a
asked.
memory,
You
right?
asked the question. So
It's as if I've already seen
we
it.
just need to start at least accepting the fact that it's going to be part of the reality, part of the official record of human history, and there's nothing we can do about it. We're very powerless, much like Nationals fans feel right now, but being 16 and 24,
God.
8 games below 500,
Right.
can't do anything right. So Kevin and I already gave it
Hope you
a
represent
pretty
it,
good.
Krav. I hope you represent it, man, because it's coming out.
Yeah,
More power
it
to
is.
you, baby.
It's
More
coming
power
out.
to you.
It's coming out.
It's coming out.
It is.
Gonna
Oh,
come
it's
out,
100%
man.
coming out, yes.
Absolutely.
The footage is coming
The
out.
I
footage
thought
is
what I
coming.
saw yesterday was there was an injunction.
Oh yes, no, it's been delayed. There's a seal on
A
some things.
boner injunction is, I think, what I read on Twitter.
There is a boner injunction.
Not my words.
No, no.
Not my words.
There is a boner injunction, but I'm telling you, and everyone understands this. It is a matter of public record, and they cannot keep it from
It's
the
making-
world.
It's creeping me out.
I know. We have to. That's why it takes time. We need to get mentally prepared now for that day.
The robe.
Guys,
Hey,
Yeah.
but can I ask you a real quick question
All
before
right,
we get off
sure.
this
Yeah.
subject?
Before
Before we
yeah,
get off this
we
subject,
don't want to spend too
like,
little
we were
time
almost
seriously,
finished.
seriously,
on the
seriously.
blowjob
Seriously.
video for
I
Warren.
just want to ask this question. I just gotta ask. Like if it gets, are you gonna watch it?
All I'm saying, Kevin, is everybody will have seen it at some point.
I'm just
It's
asking.
going to be inescapable at some
Like,
point.
is this something that you have to see just because it's?
I
Rob
think it's like
Kraft?
the Avengers Endgame. Like everyone's just going to know how it ends. At
Happily.
some point.
I think it's gonna be
At
happily.
some point. I'm just saying.
Okay,
at some point. I don't know how long it'll be.
I just want to ask.
I mean, I don't still have a Facebook account. I always thought someday I might have a Facebook account just because everyone ends up having a Facebook account.
What if you do?
I
Name
still
it
don't.
Craft services.
I still don't
Go
have a
with it.
Facebook
Go
account.
with it.
But that's kind of how I see this whole crap video thing.
Gosh, man.
It's happening.
I got a question, guys.
All right,
I've been a little
Absolutely.
I've been a little out of the loop. I was in Indianapolis this past weekend for the second session at EYBL. Isn't it true that the Redskins held a little
Practice with shorts and t-shirts.
Yeah, what is it? Rookies and free agents.
They just chucked it around. Yeah.
Haskins showed
Yeah,
up. Was
rookie
it Friday?
camp,
Is that a highlight video of guys
Friday and
under no
Saturday.
pressure?
How
That's
did
Friday and
amazing.
Saturday.
How did that go? How'd he look?
All you want is that no one just craps in their pants.
And no one gets hurt.
Right.
No random
exactly.
ACL
Mostly,
tears.
Ken, you're right first, actually. No one gets hurt.
Uh-huh.
But you can't just have some guy come out there and just start throwing wounded ducks horribly into the.
Yeah.
He did not do any of that. But the rest of it is just whatever.
Oh, okay.
You got to know a little bit. Jimmy Moreland was on the sidelines. I know you guys are fans. We talked about it. Sean Springs hit it up. He said, that guy's a dog. He was on the sidelines, and some guy made a big play and knocked it out, and the defense went nuts, and he was going, pick it. He went right up to him, pick it. Everyone was like, oh God.
Take it easy.
We might be onto something here. So.
JMU,
You know what's funny?
baby,
You know what's funny?
JMU.
You know what's funny is
Exactly.
how involved we are as fans, because now people are ready to give Dwayne Haskins the starting position after rookie camp. And it's funny because, that's how excited we are as fans, because you have the 15th pick in the draft. Obviously he's from the area, or he went to high school here. And there's just so much excitement about this potential franchise quarterback, and everything he does, everything he, every throw he makes is going to be just broken down.
Oh,
in
yes.
so many
it's
different
coming.
ways, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And I was listening, because I listen to sports talk radio every single morning, and it's just funny how after a rookie camp of 2 days,
We hear a lot
now
of
all a
theories from
sudden
you
they're like,
after
oh my
you
God,
listen to their shows.
he's the guy. And I think I think he's going to start against the Eagles. I really do. But I think we need to just fall back and just let this kid just work through the process, the protocol that is a off-season of NFL training. I think we got to do that.
Without a doubt.
I'd love for him not to
But
start.
I don't think
game
we're going
one.
to do that.
No,
Mexican fans,
the
we
first
wanna-
thing you said was the truest. Every throw he makes, think about it. Every single throw, there's going to be 9 billion eyeballs going 8
Yeah.
billion ways.
Yeah.
Right.
And everyone's going to have an opinion at every cocktail party, at every happy hour, anywhere near the 50-mile vicinity that we're in right now.
Right.
Everything. He gets a Bentley and EB from the Junkies, talks some crap. It blows up everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the man got a car. What was the problem?
No problem.
So we're supposed to get a Honda Accord?
No. He
What'd
was
he get?
supposed to get
He got a
whatever
Bentley.
the fudge he
Yeah.
wanted to
Yeah.
He
get.
got a Bentley. So if he had gotten a Honda Accord, then it would have been okay. But he got a Bentley, so now all of a sudden he's RG3. Oh my God, he's RG3. This is the second coming of RG3. This is a red flag.
I think
come
we're
on,
I think we're
man.
somewhat desensitized, and I do. I believe that the Redskins fan base is somewhat desensitized. I don't feel the same amount of pressure on his shoulders that RG3 had. And granted, RG3 came with all the baggage of that trade.
Right,
We gave up so much to
right,
get him.
right. So
But
there's
and he was
more
also
eyeballs on him.
it was him and Andrew Luck. It was the RG3 Andrew Luck draft. It was one team was going to get one and one team was going to get the other. One team got Andrew Luck and we got RG3. But I don't feel the same way about Haskins as I did about RG3. I don't see him as anything right
Because
now.
we didn't give up a fortune to get him.
Well, but I also,
You know what I mean?
and
We
we've
didn't give
seen
up
it
We
go
stayed
bad.
patient and gave up
Right.
I've seen
nothing.
Patrick
Right.
Ramsey. I've seen Jason Campbell. I've seen all the way. We've had other first round quarterbacks that have come and gone, and Haskins could be one of those guys or not.
But you agree. All those names you just said, no one spins it like this kid, correct?
He looks great in
I got-
shorts
I-
and,
listen,
a
I
helmet.
had-
As a pure passer, he
Yeah.
looks.
Yes,
He's got a absolute rifle cannon. Maybe Jeff George is the only other quarterback in the history of the franchise
And
whose
that's
arm
what-
strength
that's
can
what you want.
compare
And he plays
to
in the
what we're
pocket.
about to over scrutinize starting in 2 seconds.
I know, but I guess I think he can absolutely play well in this league, but not just because of that, but because of what he did in college that was good was he played in the pocket. He was a 70% accuracy passer with the ability to take a step up in the pocket and make the throw. I mean, he did
better
he had-
against pressure. Top
Yes.
5% in the college football
Yes.
Division I against pressure.
Ohio State laid some points on people, and that's what they do, and give them credit for what they are. But Haskins still had to do what he did, and the way that he did it translate the best to the pro game than any of the other guys who came into the league in the first round. So he is the guy. If you're going to play a guy in year one, he's the guy because he's the most pro ready. What he does, what he's good at, which is what RG3 was not good at, by the way. Not when he came to the league, nor when he announced to the world and to Dan Snyder, oh, by the way, I'm now a pocket passer. Like when he made the declaration.
He was a little light in the ass for a pocket passer.
Yes, you don't just do that. Haskins is a pocket passer. Good for him. That helps us. That's good. That's going to make him better suited to be a guy who starts early in the league. And Juice, one last thing on that.
Right.
Where I would rather have him sit just to give him time to train. What I don't want to happen is for Colt McCoy or Case Keenum to come in and go 2-4, 2-5, or 3-6, and have all of a sudden, then you give it to Haskins, and now you're like, we're in mid-season, we're not thinking with our minds anymore. We want to win games, and now he has that mantle on him, and maybe there's a little bit more.
If he doesn't start first game, if Haskins doesn't start, I don't want him to play the whole year.
No, that's not happening.
Because if he does,
first month of the season,
if he does, that means we're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think you have to put him out there game one against the Eagles, and he's going to have to earn it. I mean, let's just be honest about it. He's going to have to earn his keep. If he's out there and he's showing that he's worthy and capable of being a starting quarterback for the Washington Redskins, then you have to play him. You know what I mean? If he's at 75% and Case Keenum's at 80%, then you start Dwayne Haskins. You know what I mean? So I think that's where we have to go with it.
How are we looking as far as his targets are concerned? Like who he's going to throw the ball
I think
to?
the best decision the Redskins made was getting Terry McLaurin. I
Correct.
really do.
He's playing a lot for us this year.
Yeah, and I think that because that chemistry that they developed at Ohio State, and from everything I've read about the kid, like I don't know how he won't be a fan favorite. You know what I mean? Just because of all the things he's willing to do.
Old school Redskin.
Absolutely.
Old school.
Absolutely.
One of ours.
Absolutely.
Right?
Like I like him, and I think that they had to get that rapport, and that's going to help Haskins, kind of develop and grow. But I love that pick.
The good thing about the weapons and who we have to throw, the difference in the guy who's spinning it. One thing about Jay Gruden's offense, and he complained about it in sneaky ways, and he complained about it in more obvious ways about Kirk Cousins, was Kirk Cousins' inability at times to take the lower percentage play, throw it into some tight spaces, throw it deep down the field. That offense is designed for the quarterback to kind of be a little bit of a Favre-esque type of gunner, make some risky decisions, and I think Haskins has the arm strength to win in those throws, and I think that we have in McLaurin and potentially even with Josh Doxson in his last year of his contract.
Say Kelvin Harmon. Say the
and
name.
Kelvin Harmon, guys who can catch a lot of catch radius. So to me, it's the addition of catch radius, receivers who can get open and be open in space, and Josh Doxson is one of those guys, and a quarterback who's going to be more willing to throw it to spots on the field where Kirk Cousins ate the ball instead. And that could result in more interceptions or a couple more interceptions than he otherwise would get. But it's also the reason why receivers go from being guys like the Redskins have had over the last 3 or 4 years, who are here for a cup of coffee and gone, and they're really never that good, to a guy who gets 50, 60, 70 catches in a season. All of a sudden you could have 3 or 4 guys with 45 to 60 catches.
I think Josh.
Every single one of our
Josh Dotson's gone.
Every single one. He's not. He's not gone.
Maybe after
you are.
maybe
I
after
like
the
your
game.
anger.
I do.
Do you feel
No,
good about that?
I believe there's a gigantic question mark next to every single wide receiver. It's our biggest doubt unit on the team. That's all I wanted to say. Think about it. Put a big question mark next to everyone you think about. Josh Doxson Jr. thinks he's gone.
He's gone.
Kelvin Harmon
he's
is
gone.
more of a Alshon Jeffrey. He's a position. He's a power forward that you get the rock to, but he's not running and dunking. He's the guy that he gets a bucket for you. He's old school.
3rd and 6, 3rd and
He's got
7.
the strong hands. He gets that rebound by
So we
position,
have
not by
that guy.
athleticism.
Catch radius.
That's who I think Kelvin Harmon
we
is.
have that guy.
Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons for NC State. His story is ridiculous. He also went to New Jersey. So him and our quarterback bumped into each other, and Dwayne said, wait a minute, we're both from New Jersey at the combine. They took a picture, and they were buddies. They were going through the workout, like helping each other out, emotion. They go to the same team.
So you have
our team.
You have McLaurin as your 3rd round pick. He's a speed guy. You have Harmon, who's your big receiver.
I think he's our steal of the draft.
Absolutely. You have Paul Richardson, who's a speed guy.
Can't
He did a chance to play a lot last year.
Can't get in at Stonegate.
You have Yeah, it's according to Sean Springs, he doesn't get any bump at Stoke.
I like Paul Richardson. He made
You
me
have
believe.
Trey Quinn. You have Trey Quinn. Okay, so where is Josh Dotson?
Well, he's going to start the season as our number one.
You really believe that?
Yeah,
Yes.
he
I
will.
don't think so. I don't
do
think
too.
so at all, man. I think the fact that they didn't pick up his fifth year, I think that says right there they do not have confidence in him. He is not. They don't.
We
owe
couldn't
him
do
anything.
that. We couldn't do that. We don't have the money
You have
for
to pay
it.
him $10 million. You have to guarantee him $10 million.
No, I know
in year
that.
five.
I know that. I know that. You can't do that.
He knows it.
You can't
He knows
do
it
that.
too.
But the thing about it is,
he has no stats.
Okay, what kind of receiver is Josh Dotson? Is he a speed guy? Is he a possession guy? He doesn't run very good routes. He doesn't get separation. Where is he? What does he do? Tell me what he does to stay on this team next year.
Tell me who's better. Everyone has a big
I
question
don't know.
mark.
I'm just saying.
We
If
gotta
Kelvin
get some
Harmon,
Juice,
if Kelvin
we gotta
Harmon,
get some value
I
out of
get
our
it.
first round
I
pick.
get
We
it.
can't
I
just be like,
understand that.
all right, one more year at this number with your athleticism. Like he's a
what?
He logged more snaps than anybody on
freak.
our
But we
team last
haven't
year.
seen
It's
it.
very hard. I know that. I agree with you. But it's very hard at any sport
we
to
need
look
him.
at an athletic freak as a competitive coach or GM and be like, if we can't, they'll make us the laughing stock when he goes to,
We're already
Oakland,
laughing. So our
and
second
he
round
has
pick,
1,000-yard seasons.
didn't even want to play for us that year. Our second round pick is in Denver. So he
He's
didn't even
nowhere
want to
out.
play.
No, he's
That's
on
what
a
I'm saying. So
surfboard.
we might as well just go ahead
He's
and
good.
just clean it out, man. Just our first and our second round pick are busts. We effed up that draft with our first and our second round
Yeah,
pick.
it was a tough one.
Let's just go ahead and let's just chalk it up as an L.
That's fair.
Let's do it.
I'm not arguing with that.
You know what I mean? So
But we
I
don't
mean,
need to cut him out of spite because
No,
you're an
I'm not
angry
saying,
fan.
I'm not saying
you're a
cut him
very
out of
angry
spite.
fan.
No, I'm not cutting him out of spite. I'm just saying let's move on.
You hate
Tell
that
him
he
why you
hasn't
mad.
shown the
You
heart.
can move on.
Tell him
You
why
can
you
move
mad,
on after the season. Then you can move on. The contract's up. You don't have to resign him for $1.
We'll have to see then. We'll have to see because I don't know, man. We'll have to see.
Well, whoever beats him out, I hope they're
Somebody's
great.
gonna-
We're gonna
Cam
get-
Sims is going to be.
They can't even share a room now.
Cam Sims, watch him. Cam Sims.
These are good problems,
is
by the
going
way, for the
to-
Redskins.
It's great problems.
These are good problems.
Cam
If Josh
Sims-
Jackson is cut, that's something
If
great.
Cam- if
Cam
Josh-
Sims
if
caught
Josh
13
Johnson does
balls
not-
in
if Josh
6
Johnson-
years.
If Josh Dotson does not make the team, it's going to be because of Cam Sims. Watch what I tell you. I'm just throwing it out there right now. Y'all
That's
I'm just
that's
telling
you.
you right
That's
now.
your future.
I'm
Now
just telling you
you're
right
doing the
now.
Ken
I'm just
Marangolo
telling you right
future.
now. I'm just telling you all
In the
right
last
now.
6 years of real
I'm just
time,
telling
Cam
y'all,
Sims has caught maybe
y'all
11
heard
passes.
Kevin McClellan right now. If Josh Dotson does
for real
not
in
make
the
the
game.
Washington Redskins, it's going to be because Cam Sims had a good camp.
It would be
Let you
Cam
know.
Sims' 16th catch in
Is
7
it because
years.
you think Cam Sims would
I hope they're good.
Would he be injuring Josh Jackson in some way, like to cause him not to be
No,
able
it's
to?
because he's
make
going to
Nancy
force his way on the
Kerrigan's-
roster.
Yeah, we talking
and
about
there's no
Tanya
room
Harding
for-
situation?
And there's no room for Josh Dotson. I'm just letting y'all know. I'm just saying.
Saying, watch if Jeff
That's
Cooley.
my theory.
If
That's
Jeff
my
Cooley shows
theory.
up anywhere near this place, watch
I
out.
respect your why you have that theory, but Josh Jackson's not going anywhere. We got to get something out of him. We can't just you can't just
Okay.
take a knee. You can't just punt
That's your
on
theory,
second
and
down.
that's my knock it
Sorry,
off.
third
How about
down.
that?
I like
I'm
it.
just telling you.
Do I
I'm
keep
just
slapping
saying,
this? I'm sorry. Your mic's going up and down. It's like
Bad news, guys.
what?
The Washington Wizards got the worst pick they could have possibly gotten in the draft
Number
lottery
9.
just an hour and a half ago. Number 9. And they're already projecting to us the exact player who I thought we were going to get, some European project guy that no one knows anything about that is going to be sitting there while 4 or 5 other players that all of us think would be able to play for us right away, and they go for somebody whose name we're not going to ever be able to pronounce. It's going to tell me there's going to be somebody good at 9.
It's all guards, and with John Wall and Bradley Beal right around that part of the draft, it's like every guard. I mean, you guys like Kobe White out of UNC? I love him. I love his game. I think he's going to be
That's not a
good.
bad pick.
But do we take him with John Wall and Bradley Beal on the roster?
I would.
Wall,
I mean, I know
Wall
that's a
is
conversation.
holding
I think I
John
would too,
Wall
Juice.
And his baggage.
I would.
Baggage being this heavy contract
And he's not playing next season.
Heavy. It's the heaviest.
is holding the franchise hostage.
Well, yeah, the contract is.
Yeah.
The Achilles is gonna for another year.
He's not going to play. He's not going to be available to us for the beginning part of the season, at least, if not the bulk of the season. So if they draft a guard in the first round, he's going to have to start for us with Bradley Beal.
Right. And with the 9th pick, are you going to be able to really get a guard that you can throw out there and run your
Right away.
Can Cam Reddish do it?
It's Cam.
I
Cam
don't
could be
think
there.
he's
No.
gonna be
I mean,
there
a
at 9.
PG, though.
I don't
I
think
mean,
he's
a
gonna
I
be
think
there
he
at 9.
might.
I don't think he's gonna be there at 9.
I think Cam Reddish should be gone before 9.
It's look, Darius Garland's up in the mix.
Yeah.
It's a ton of good guards, and I'm
Are
just
you
talking
taking a
about
guard?
college basketball.
Darius
You
Garland
have
will be
to.
gone.
I think you got
gotta
at 9.
take a
You got to
guard.
take best player
You gotta
available
take
if
a-
you're the
you gotta take a
Wizards.
point guard.
You got to look to the future. You got
Even
to
if it's a
stop
point
messing
guard, best
around
player
trying
available?
to put chess pieces in there. We got a fake president right now. We got to take the best player we think is out there.
Yeah.
No, Tommy Shepard's a legit NBA executive. I'm just saying he's not going to be the guy until he's the guy. So everyone's taking a guess at this right now.
I thought that was a Trump
You got to
thing.
take the best guy, man. We're the Wizards. Like what we're going to put what we're one piece away? No.
Right. You're right.
So I don't mind taking Kobe White if he's there. That guy's dynamic.
But then
I would
that
take
that's,
Kobe White.
that
I
becomes
would
the
take Kobe
question.
White.
So position,
We need a point guard.
regardless of position,
No, you need a point guard.
there's at number 9. The argument could be made about 4 or 5 different guys. I mean, at that point in time.
And like you
in the
said,
draft.
time spans. Are we going to take the 18-year-old that could sit? Is everyone coming? Are guys ready to play? Because you know what? I don't think Cam Reddish is ready to take a big lead role. Do you guys? I love his.
Aren't we getting one of
Yeah.
our foreign
I'm
guys
sorry,
next
but-
season? Isn't the guy that we drafted a couple years ago, who's been playing overseas, isn't he coming here next year?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
I don't know.
No.
I think the Wizards.
Jared?
Honestly, I think
Didn't
the
we have
Wizards.
a guy playing foreign ball who we drafted second round, and he's coming. He's supposed to be coming next year.
I don't know. And the fact that I don't know, knock it off.
You need to
Yeah,
knock it off.
I think saying foreign ball is sexist. By the way, I'm outraged and
should be
offended.
outraged.
I am. Look at me right here. Look at my face.
I just saw. I am looking at your face. You look
No, you
outraged.
weren't. You weren't. That's
So
fine.
the Pelicans get number 1.
Damn.
Number 1 pick. Yep.
And they're gonna get whatever they get for AD. On top of that,
What do you do
The
with that?
Knicks
What do
are
you do with that
sick.
pick?
Knicks slipped to what, 3rd?
just take
They'll
Zion.
get R.J. Barrett. Knicks will get R.J. Barrett. They'll get R.J.
Yeah,
Barrett.
get RJ.
Memphis will get John Morant.
Yes.
But the thing about it is, here's the thing. Here and see, this is funny because
Who got 4?
the Lakers. Here, this is fun. This is funny because if you look at it by need,
Yeah.
if everything is great for New Orleans, now you have to figure out this Anthony Davis situation. You have to figure this out. But New Orleans needs a point guard.
Yeah.
John Morant is the best point guard in the draft.
Is he?
Hey, listen
John
here.
Morant is the
Darius
best point
Garland?
guard in the draft.
Darius Garland might be for some teams.
But Zion Williamson is box office.
I love John Morant. I'm talking. I'm
listen
trying to
here,
poke the
listen.
bear.
I know you
I'm
are.
a John
I know
Morant
you
guy.
are.
But I'm straight up. Darius Garland is going to be
He's going to be
better
really
for
good.
maybe 7 other teams. I'm just telling you. I'm done. John Morant. I love him. And I want to
But
hear
do
what
you?
Froghorn and Ken have to say.
Darren, and you know
But
what,
let me
Darren?
finish.
I'ma
Let me
come-
finish
okay, I'm
before
sorry,
we're
I'm
done.
sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
I want everyone else to go before me. Just save me a spot right there at the end. Because
Okay.
I have one thing I want to say. Have at it.
I want
fellas.
to ask Darren.
Yeah.
Darren, do you, knowing John Morant, best point guard in the draft, New Orleans needs a point guard. Do you possibly?
No.
No. Okay.
No chance.
Why?
You do not pass up on getting Zion Williamson.
Who has the better ceiling? Who has the better upside? Now let's look. That's not, and I'm not saying right now. I'm saying long term. Who has the better upside? John Morant at the point guard position or Zion Williamson at the 3-4 position in the NBA?
Zion Williamson.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Ja.
Zion Williamson, hands down, he's a generational player. You haven't seen anything like this. He is great for the league. He is great in an immediate impact for any franchise he goes to.
Oh, yeah.
Whoever.
Okay. I needed
Do
to
you
talk.
remember? And Patrick Ewing was there. Wasn't he representing the?
I'm coming in for you,
the-
Froghorn. I'm here. I got your back.
Do you remember when the lottery? This was before the lottery, but when Patrick Ewing was the hands down number 1 pick,
Right.
and
They were thinking this is going to be that same kind of draft.
what he meant to the NBA coming in as the number 1 pick. Zion Williamson is that on steroids. It's from a marketing standpoint, from an immediate impact standpoint, from a production standpoint, you cannot pass up on this guy.
Right, but
you
who has the higher ceiling?
Zion
That's
Williamson.
my point.
All right, hold on.
Zion Williamson.
I'm
I agree
asking-
with you.
Zion Williamson.
I just want to tell Juice
Okay,
one thing.
Okay, all right, and I'm not
I
disagreeing
want you
with
guys
you.
to finish.
All I'm asking is, you have a 6'3" point guard who is
170 pounds.
phenomenal. He'll gain 15 pounds by the time the league starts.
He's 110
So-
pounds lighter than
so-
Zion.
Phenomenal at the most important position on the court. Okay? And then you have, what's he going to play in the league? A 3, a 4? And
Sure.
I'm just asking.
Sure.
I'm just asking.
Sometimes
A 3, a 4?
sometimes he's just gonna play
Defensively,
Sometimes he's just going to play
Sometimes he's
basketball.
just gonna play
Sometimes you
basketball.
just go play basketball.
Yeah.
And I get that, and I understand that. My thing is, when you look at where Zion Williamson is,
Yeah.
and you look at John Morant, as far as their skill sets, as far as what they can bring to the league,
Right.
as far as their ceiling, that's what I think. I don't think you can pass on Zion Williamson because he's box office. Everybody's calling this a Zion sweepstakes.
Now remember.
So you have to take him.
remember.
But is it necessarily the need you need?
he's good at every part of basketball. Fundamentally,
Yeah.
he is that guy. He's not a one-trick pony. He's a hustle box. He's great on defense. He's athletic. He's long. He's
He
ridiculous.
loves the game.
He has to get better handling the ball. He
He has
will.
to get better shooting the ball.
Now-
Without a doubt.
But absolutely. I
And
get
that
you. I
happened throughout the
understand
course
that.
of the
He has to
year.
get better on the
Shooting,
free
I
throw
agree.
line.
But guys, shooting, I agree. But how much better does he have to get handling the basketball when you take a look at who's going to be guarding him? He's not going to be being guarded by some pesky little guard. You see what I mean? How much better of a passer?
He'll be a mismatch issue. He'll be
He's
a
gonna
mismatch
be- he's a
problem.
mismatch
He'll
At
be a
every,
mismatch
at
nightmare.
every spot he plays at.
Everywhere he plays, if he's being guarded by somebody smaller than him, right? Then he's just going to get where he needs to get. The way the new rules are and the way basketball is being played now and the direction is going into positionless basketball, whatever, you can't put two hands on him, right? So you can't contain him to get where he has to go. By the way,
You can't put one hand
it's
on
two,
him either.
it's 285 pounds that you're trying to contain anyway, but he's going to live at the free throw line. And if he doesn't live at the free throw line, that means he's going to get those angles and get those lanes to the basket that he needs to get to without resistance.
You know
Here's
he's
what-
gonna
here's
look
what-
like. You know
here's
he's
what
about
we
to
have-
look like.
Man,
Here's what we have not seen from Zion. And this is what my one criticism of the great Mike Krzyzewski is. They didn't post him that much. That was my one problem, is that they didn't post him as much as they could have.
They posted him.
No, they did not. No, they
Listen,
did not. No, they did not. No,
They
they
posted.
did not.
Here's why they
And I
posted him.
said this.
Here's why they posted him, so they could have that little backdoor dunk play that they ran out of timeouts.
Every single time-
excessively.
every
but when they
single
did,
time-
he passed out of it. No, you're right. He didn't have
They
back
didn't
to
post
basket,
him as much as they could have posted him.
and he only used quickness. It wasn't technique.
I saw him a lot on the perimeter.
He'll get there, man.
Which is what
yes,
I
he
had a
will
problem
get
with.
there. Yes,
will.
he will.
Yeah, I had a
He
problem
has
with that.
nothing but time on his hands.
No, you're right. You're
to-
right.
To get wherever
There's
he
a
needs
lot
to
of
get.
his game that I think will come out in the league. But all I'm saying is that's what I want to see out of him, is being able to just dominate his man because
Yeah.
he's such a freak. You know what I mean? And I think at the college level,
Yeah.
when you're dealing with kids that aren't nearly as talented or as skilled or as physical or as imposing as Zion Williamson, I wanted to see a little bit more post up out of him. I thought he played on the perimeter a little bit too much.
Can I answer that
That
real
was
quick?
my issue with that. Go
It's
ahead.
one of the worst Duke three-pointing teams in the history of Duke basketball, certainly in recent years.
Oh, absolutely.
But he's being taught the right way to blossom forward. So if he gets the ball at the post, they're trying to kick out, and he's a great passer. I mean, he's putting it right on. So that was the weapon. They were trying to run offense through him a ton, and we weren't great shooting the ball. We got
Right.
stuck in the middle.
Right.
We got stuck in the middle, and we never got there. And I say we. I'm a Duke fan. My dad graduated from Duke. I apologize to everyone who hates that, but I don't give a damn. I love watching basketball. He's the most exciting guy I ever watched, and I think he's going to be so good whatever he does. It's unreal. Let me give you give me 10 seconds. We talked about Jerry West, right? He's a John Morant guy, Juice, and I said he's the greatest of all time. I would never. He's the GOAT. And so I Googled around, though, and they said, one guy said he's overrated, and here's why. Because he wanted Sidney Moncrief instead of Magic Johnson. Bill Sharman was the GM. Dr. Jerry Buss was in secret negotiations with our very own Jack Kent Cook at the time. And West comes in, and that's who Sharman trusted and was like, Sidney Moncrief. Sidney Moncrief is a superstar.
He was very good with Milwaukee.
His jersey's retired. Yeah, first team All NBA multiple times. Once, 5-time All-Star. He's a stud. That's not a miss. But that was Jerry West. So my point about this conversation is we're talking about Zion and John Morant. They're talking about Magic Johnson and Sidney Moncrief.
Right.
Jerry Buss came in and was like, by the way, I'm in secret negotiations. I'm buying the team from Jack and Cook. We're taking that guy, Irvin Magic Johnson from Michigan State, and there's no doubt about it. Everyone
That's what's happening.
Pipe it down.
That's what's up.
A year later, Jerry West was named the GM, and he gets some credit. But that's his biggest. But I think this is what could happen, Juice. I think Zion has the magician in him to be the guy in this day and age of basketball.
You cannot.
To
And
be
I'm
so
not- and I'm
good.
not
And
doubting
I
it.
think John Morant could have his jersey retired by a Milwaukee as well. So I'm not saying it's a. I think you said Jerry West, and he does. Jerry West has forgotten yesterday more basketball than I will ever know. But human nature is such. Some guys can make mistakes. His biggest one was on a Hall of Famer, Sidney Moncrief. The guy's going to be a Hall of
Right.
Famer.
No, I understand.
But I
get
think
it.
John Morant could be that level.
John Morant is
but
my Roy.
Zion is
John
got
Morant.
some magic in him, man.
John Morant is my Roy next year. He's my Roy.
Very well could be.
And I mean that's just. And I'm not saying I like his game better than
if he goes to
Zion.
the
We can
Hawks,
go-
I just
and has
think
that run?
he's my Roy next year.
I mean,
Okay, that is an immediate bet. Right now.
That's what I'm
you
saying.
have, you have to take a
down.
player over him. You can't just take the field.
Z-Dub.
Z-Dub.
Z-Dub is the rookie of the year. It's
Let's go through it real fast.
Then I'm just saying how. Yeah, I'm sorry. How he does it is defense and all that stuff. That's all. Go ahead, Cam.
I was
Sorry.
going to say, we're going to go all the way up to number 9. I got a little mock draft that was done in the last 39 minutes since the draft lottery. It's the Bleacher Report
You
one.
want to see what the Wizards get.
New Orleans Pelicans take Zion.
Zion wins.
Everyone. The second pick, Memphis Grizzlies, is
R.J. Barrett.
John Morant.
Ja Morant.
Yeah, it should be.
RJ
if that's
goes
not R.J.
3
Barrett, then someone should be. Yeah, there you
to
go.
the Knicks.
That's fair.
Number 4, LA Lakers take.
DeAndre Hunter.
Correct.
really?
Yeah. Cleveland Cavaliers
Really?
take.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh,
Culver.
DeAndre Hunter.
Correct.
Yeah,
Culver?
nice call. I love him.
Phoenix.
serious?
Phoenix Suns take.
The
Darius
point guard-
Garland.
Yes, Garland has dropped that far.
Correct. At number 7, the Chicago Bulls take.
Nasir Little.
Nope. And not Nasir Adderley either.
Cam.
Nope.
White. Kobe White.
Correct.
Told you he'd be there.
Kobe
Told you-
White?
I
Chicago
told you
Bulls.
Kev's gonna be there at 9. I'm telling
Kobe
you.
White. Wow.
Atlanta Hawks take.
Romeo Langford.
Cam.
Brandon
Cam.
Clark.
I'll say Cam.
Cam goes at number 8, which would be a killer because I actually do think the Wizards would be better with
I'll be
him.
I'd be fine with that.
I'd
I'd be fine if the Wizards got him too. At that point, there's no superstars left.
There's some guys left.
Flip a coin.
All the guards you wanted are gone for the most part.
Brandon Clark is there.
From Gonzaga?
Yeah,
Okay. Is that
that's my
you're
pick.
taking?
Yes.
Hey, you know what's funny out of this?
Who you taking?
You know what's funny out of this? There are no European players that we've picked.
And there's 2 out there that should have been drafted already.
So the guy
Like,
from
this
France is
when's
being
the
mocked
last
to
time
us
when's the last time we've gone through the first 8 picks?
without taking someone like
Without a
Jan
European
Beasley.
player.
Well, we're already projected to take one, Juice. I saw on the ESPN mock
Yeah.
draft has us taking the guy from France.
Let's
Doumbouya.
be honest. We just have no idea who these people could be. I'm going straight out of college basketball, and I love it.
Doumbouya.
I'm-
Who do you guys got? Who we taking?
What'd you say, Zuma? Isn't that
Ali,
what they did on Muhammad Ali?
Doumbouya.
Doumbouya.
Ali.
That's on tonight.
Ali.
The,
Rumble in the
yeah.
Jungle.
Hey, what a great
Thriller
acting
in
role.
Manila.
I'm sorry, I never thought Will Smith could pull it off. It was amazing.
Yeah, that was a great
You're
show.
It was
stalling for them.
amazing.
You're stalling.
HBO has
Who
a
you got?
on
Who's
tonight.
He
Who
had
the
a
Wizards
slight
taking? Number 9.
resemblance.
Who
as
the
a more
Wizards
slender,
taking?
He
like,
got Brandon Clark.
taller.
You know who's off the board because we just went through it. Who's it going to be, Darren? I'll be willing to bet that you guys aren't going to say
Now,
the
see,
name.
you got to go by best player available because the Wizards need a point guard,
Okay.
but the top 2 point guards are gone, and you can't reach.
Top 3 probably.
Bradley Beal can take care of it
No, he can't.
and groom another 2-guard. I don't know.
Are you?
I'm
Are
trying to be
either of you reaching
open-minded
for
here,
Bruno?
Juice.
I know you are.
No.
So neither of you are reaching for Bruno.
I said Brandon Clark. I don't care. I'm taking the best guy out there. His upside is huge.
I'll probably take Little. He's not going to go 9.
That's your little.
I would take
He
Little
was so
because
bad
he's so athletic
in the
man.
ACC before the
No,
tournament.
I know, but I mean,
got-
his potential,
Froghorn.
You're right.
his
But-
potential
but
is sick.
I
man.
agree with you. But the Wizards is what I'm worried about.
I think. Well, you've already said that Hunter is gone. But I think
DeAndre's gone.
I think DeAndre is gonna
You think
should be available at that point. I think other guys are gonna go ahead of him.
That's not a. We
I
already.
will
He's
ta-
gone.
I will
You
take
can't
that
take
wager. I will take that wager.
I don't think he's gonna go as.
I felt the same as like Andrew Luck. He should have made it to us.
I'm not going to say I think he should. I'm saying everyone loves him.
I know.
They love him for reasons. He can hit the knock. You know why?
Who do you got?
His pro game is way more wide open than his college game. He's going to be someone they're going to give a chance to
Want to know
run
who
stuff through.
they gave it to
Who
us?
they give to us?
Bowl.
Manute?
Center. for
Oh my
Oregon.
gosh,
Hold on.
Oh, not my
Hold on.
bad.
I didn't even think about him.
Bad.
Swinging for the
You know
fences.
what? I
They call this a
forgot
swinging for
about-
the.
Baby, my bad.
Baby, my bad.
my bad.
I forgot about Bowl.
I will-
Lowercase my.
Listen,
Yeah.
I would.
7-2.
I would be all over Bowl.
I'm with you. I was
Absolutely.
about to say the same damn thing.
I would be
7'8" wingspan. Averaged 21 points on 13 and 25 shooting from 3 at Oregon.
Yeah, he got screwed. He got hurt early, man.
Yep. That's the
He
problem.
can shoot and he can play.
Fractured foot. But they say he's going to look good in the workouts, and it's a risky top 10 pick. But he's a big man, takes up a lot of space. It's interesting.
I just got excited
interesting.
about the Wizards draft
just didn't even- I
because
didn't
of
even
what
think
just
about that.
occurred.
I didn't even think about Bowl.
I'll take
Bowl.
Bowl to the bank.
And just so we can round it out, Atlanta, they got Romeo Langford. He comes off the board at 10. Minnesota Timberwolves, 11. They get the French shooting forward, power forward combo, Sikal Doumbaya. Let's see. Jackson
I think
Hayes,
it's Doumbaya.
Kevin
We
Porter
decided.
Who
Jr.
gets Miami? Who gets Young from Virginia?
Goga Bitadze, that's
Mamadou?
the Georgian center.
Yeah.
And I'm looking for Brandon
Mamadou
Clark.
going back to school.
PJ Washington.
Brandon Clark, PJ Washington and Brandon Clark are side by side in they're right there.
Alexander Walker, Rui Hashimura.
Corner three,
That's
man.
that's Gonzaga's other guy.
Brandon
that
Clark
guy
goes to the
looks
Spurs
good,
at number 19. What a great place for him to go.
Oh, he has
People
got
get
such
excited- People
athletic
get
upside.
excited when they win national championships.
Rui
man.
has no athletic upside. He's already
Oh.
athletic. He has basketball. He just started playing like 5 years ago.
I'm seeing if they have Nasir Little going at number 23. I haven't seen Bruno Fernando's name yet.
They're gonna go in late first.
Yep.
Oh, or not at all.
He was going to Golden State this morning in whatever goofball mock draft.
They got Golden State
They always get a center, man.
taking Ty Jerome.
Speaking of Golden State, man.
Yeah, they're going to win the series in 4 straight games.
Oh my god.
Nice pass, dude.
That's what Steph does, man. He'll
Because
do that.
he just hit his 9th 3-pointer, and we're still got 2.5
That's what
minutes.
Steph does.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Is that
yes,
true?
He just hit his 9th 3 of the game.
Oh, that's exciting. I thought
but
I
it's
thought
only
it
a
was only 6 or
9-point
7.
game.
Hey, let me
We're
ask
letting
y'all.
Portland hang
Let me
around.
ask y'all.
His
Let me
threes
ask
are
y'all a
1/3 the
question.
points.
What did y'all think about? I mean, we had 2 great game 7s
Yeah.
this past weekend, and the Kawhi Leonard,
Yeah. Buzzer.
4-piece.
does he stay?
Panty dropper. No way.
Does he stay?
No chance.
Why?
Ah!
Because he can go wherever he wants, and I'm pretty sure he never dreamed about growing old in Toronto. I don't
Where's
think
the
so.
claw gonna go?
Where's
It's going
he gonna
somewhere.
Go, man?
But I also don't think he's chasing. I don't think he has any problem going somewhere where
see, that's
there's
why
not
I'm-
already a better player.
I'm so glad you said that because everybody's chasing.
I don't think he's chasing anything.
Everybody is chasing right now.
He'd be happy to
Everybody's
set up his
chasing.
own shop somewhere.
Everybody's chasing.
He's not chasing.
Everybody is chasing a ring now. Everybody is.
I don't think Kawhi Leonard is chasing a ring. I think he can go somewhere and he's going to be a number 1 guy. I mean, he's a number 1 guy. He's a straight number one guy.
He's not part of a band. We
No.
all know that. He's like a different
Right,
cat.
but I'm saying like it's now gotten
He's
to the
not
point now
Tito, though.
where everybody
he's
is
not.
chasing a ring.
You're fitting.
No, he's
pieces
Prince.
in.
Everyone
Yes.
can gather around him.
So what are people coming to the Wizards for? And I'm like,
Revolution.
God, how do we even sign players? How do the Washington Wizards sign players right now? Because everybody is chasing.
If you're not, everybody's chasing. Let's be honest. Jimmy Butler, where's Jimmy? Jimmy Butler's going to chase a ring.
He's
Yeah.
gone. There's no doubt.
Jimmy Butler
Let's go.
said, "No matter where I go, no matter where I choose to go, I'm getting a max."
No,
deal."
he's not. He's not
That's
a
what
max
he
player.
said.
He's not a max player.
Nope.
Jimmy Butler's not a max player.
I believe
Jimmy
Jimmy
Butler
Butler is a
is-
max player.
No,
And
he's
I
not.
used to hate him. I told you I didn't want him here. I've gone back on him this postseason, watching him in the end of the season. He's oh God.
Jimmy Buckets.
I want to play on his team. I want him to be a guy
Yeah,
that I
but
root
would
for.
you rather make your team?
I don't want to be his general manager, coach,
Yeah,
or
I'd rather
assistant,
make a
or
team-
teammate. But as a fan,
Exactly.
he is a dagger issuer. He does stuff that you're like, that's our guy.
So you just want to be in the business of running the Jimmy Butler show, which I think is okay.
No, I admitted. I told Juice early in the year, I don't want him here. I think he's going to be terrible in the locker room. He's a nut. I believe that.
Yeah, you.
But I love rooting for him.
There's
I
a
love
lot
the way
going on
I
there, and
love
that's
the way he
baggage.
plays basketball on the court. Everyone else has to deal with the rest of it. I get to watch him do what he does. He's an assassin. He's a killer, and he plays both ends. He's nasty. I love him. He's one of my favorite tough guys in the league.
Beal Butler.
If Philly can keep that team together,
They're trading. You didn't hear they're trading Simmons to L.A. for LeBron James? That blockbuster story today. I couldn't believe.
No.
Come on.
if Philly can keep that crew together, do they have as bright of a future as the Denver Nuggets? Denver Nuggets are young. Nugget fans have a lot to be excited about.
The Joker makes it so much.
Oh
It's so
my
funny.
goodness.
Like assists, he's at the top of postseason. That
It's good
dude,
for
those
it's good for
passes,
Denver fans.
It's
It's great for Denver fans.
I love watching him play basketball, and Jamal Murray's the best guy to have with him. That guy's nuts. That's a
But no,
good. That's a
they're-
good combo.
But they're not going to win anything because of that.
I don't know.
Because
Do
of what they have right now.
do you know what? Do you know
No,
what?
no,
do
they
you know
won't.
what?
The
Your
Joker.
question.
They've got a guy that's
The
still
problem. The
hasn't played
problem.
yet.
The problem with Philadelphia is Joel Embiid. That's the problem.
How is that a problem? Explain
Because
that
he's got to figure out
to me. Okay.
whether or not he's a guard or a big, whether or not he's going to get in shape,
Okay.
whether or not he's going to take care of his body.
He does need to.
That's
drop.
his problem. That's his problem. The problem with Philly is Joel Embiid spends more time out there on the perimeter than he does being 7 feet. That's
We
his
get the
problem.
massages on the sidelines.
That's his problem.
to the
Albert
tune
Kraft
of
style.
I heard.
call
I heard.
crafters,
I
so-
to
heard.
the
Call-
tune
yeah.
of
Single
She's
slices.
crafty.
34, 16,
Yes, indeed.
and 5 blocks.
No, I'm okay. That's fine. He does that. He does that when he does it. But at the end of the day, when the game's on the line, when you say
Right.
butter popcorn,
Right.
why are you sitting outside shooting jump shots? That's my problem with Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid is a very good player. He's extremely talented. He stays hurt. He's not in shape, and he shoots too many jump shots.
He's good at staying hurt.
He does. That's my problem. So
Which
Philly's
leads him to
problem
not be in
is him.
shape. Yeah.
Philly's problem is Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is he's a top 10 player. There's no doubt about it. He's probably the 1 or 2, 1A, 1B as far as centers are concerned with Jokic. But at the end of the day, are you going to get your body in shape? Are you going to get yourself ready to grind for 82 games?
That's a big question.
He hasn't done it.
He's
That's
gonna.
what
He's been
killed
He's
him.
injured.
He is heavy.
That's what his problem is. That's what Jokic. That's what Embiid's problem is.
Exactly. He's always been injured.
He's always injured.
And diet at that young age is what everyone's talking about. He's a goof.
If he-
You know, he's
if he
running
spent-
around the mall, he's
right.
going to eat Annie Ann's pretzels with
You know-
extra everything, and
Absolutely.
then go get a double cheeseburger.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And he has some good.
It's the best, and I hate eating it because it makes me sick. I feel like the yeast gets in my belly, and I'm like a Thanksgiving parade float. But I'll eat another helping.
And I like
if
Joel
if there's
Embiid.
another
I
one
like
left.
Joel
Scared.
Embiid.
You're always scared.
I'm
I
not
mean,
scared.
scary.
Okay.
people.
Joel Embiid's
So-
cool as hell, but how about him crying? That's what made me love him. I never imagined he cared about it that much. I didn't. I know he says he does, and I know he plays hard.
He did.
He did.
But that's my thing. That's my
I
thing.
changed my mind
when you
this
show
weekend. I liked it.
when you show that much
I really
when you
like
show
it.
that much emotion, my thing is okay. That's where you have to take this loss, and you have to dedicate yourself to stay in the lab and
Coach
get
said
yourself
that in the
ready,
post game
man. You
interview.
have
He
to.
said that's gonna fare well for him in the long run. It's gonna the feeling that he has right now is gonna make a difference.
He's the
and
chosen
it could
one.
be wishful
It's
thinking,
happened.
and he's probably hoping that he changes his mentality, changes
I hope so.
his approach.
Ben Simmons has to go under. He has to look under every single rock in Philly and find his jump shot. He has to find the jump shot. Like, you can't continue to play basketball at the level he plays basketball. He's a very good basketball player. He's got a very high IQ. He's
Is he a
very good.
superstar?
Then why
But
is their
he's
biggest
got-
problem with him
Is he a
spacing?
superstar?
He's got to find a jump shot.
No,
He's not spacing the floor for
Is
them.
Ben Simmons what?
A superstar.
No.
Okay.
Not until he finds a jump shot. Not until when you come down
doesn't
the court.
have half a
when you
jump shot.
Listen, when you dribble down the court,
unreal.
when you dribble down the court and your defender is under the basket guarding you, that tells you something. That tells you something. When you take, how many shots did he take? He took 5, 6 shots. He took 5 or 6 shots in a game 7.
Yeah.
And he's your second best player.
So if you're Philly, do you keep that dynamic and keep that?
He's 22.
You try.
that-
He's
you
22
try
and
to
he's still
keep that
compared-
You
together,
can't
right?
trade him. You can't because he's
No, I'm just
22
saying
young.
They still compare his body size. He's got the LeBron.
But he's got to work on his jump shot. He's got to
Size for
shoot.
guard.
He's got to shoot 2,000 jump shots a day.
All right, now, Danny
That's who's
Danny
protecting him.
Ainge. Let's
Hey,
go-
Rick,
let's
I'm
go-
telling
let's
you,
go
Kev,
up this-
he's got.
Let's go up 95.
And
Go
then-
Mormon?
and then-
Danny
We go Mormon?
Ainge, a couple of years ago,
Okay.
was considered a genius for what he put together, for all he did in free agency.
hired Mayor Pete to be his coach.
Through
The
through the
Hamburglar.
draft
Yeah.
and through free agency, what he put together, he was considered a genius. Adding one piece, now it looks like it's all falling apart.
Kyrie.
And I love the
They were
Boogie
sitting
Monster.
pretty with
I
draft picks.
love the Boogie Monster.
Draft picks and young talent on rookie deals. They were sitting pretty 2 years ago.
Kyrie and LeBron belong together.
I'm listening to
They do.
Rozier.
They're like Jamie and Cersei Lannister. That's LeBron.
They won
James.
one together.
I know.
So,
I know.
Be
Hey,
careful.
Jamie and Cersei
Careful what you wish
had
for
some W's
in this league.
over time.
You know, KD's being careful. He wished that he didn't say that shit on CJ McCollum's goddamn podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
What?
what's happening in Boston. I knew that that Milwaukee was going to dismantle them. I knew it. Even after the first game when they
You called that.
Yes,
You did.
and they just have, to me, they have leadership issues and continuity issues because really the guy that should be the leader on that team is Al Horford. And Al Horford, he leads through his play. He's not a very vocal guy.
And he's always better in the playoffs.
and he's
He's awesome.
and
He
he's
is.
okay
Plays
with
great
being
D.
a very valuable piece.
Yeah,
You know, he's
yeah.
not. He doesn't really want to.
We
be
should have
that
had him.
guy.
We had him. We
Yeah,
had him
you're-
for
you're right.
a
No,
minute.
we needed him.
And
he
then
went
he's
back
really
to
right
back
about
in
that.
Florida under Donovan, and
We
they gave
had
it to they gave the MVP to Corey Brewer and Joakim Noah. He was the best player on the court in both of those games. Just he does all that stuff.
I was about to ready to
Professional.
celebrate.
I
Like
love
you've
his
never
game.
seen a Wizards fan celebrate when we were going to announce that we signed Al Horford.
You know what happened
Then
to
he chose
Boston? You
Boston.
know what happened to Boston?
Tell me.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened to Boston. Kyrie Irving last
This
year
is Josh Jackson's fault.
got hurt. Got hurt.
Uh-huh.
And
Sure.
Boston grew as a
in
team
his absence, right?
in his absence.
Yeah.
So you had guys, even though they lost to Cleveland, you had that team grow without him. And so now all of a sudden, you add him to the mix.
There were
and you got
expectations
guys-
in his
right.
while he was gone.
And you had guys like Jaylen Brown, Rozier, Jason Tatum that all felt like we don't need him because we got this far without him. And so, they had one game where they just didn't shoot well. Jaylen Brown, nobody shot well in Game 7 against Cleveland. But at the end of the day, they felt like they grew as a team without Kyrie Irving. So now Kyrie Irving comes back. He's the franchise. He's the player that they went and got. And now you have guys like
Wait,
Rozier,
so let me ask you this:
Jaylen
Juice,
Brown.
Gordon Hayward breaks his ankle literally in the
Second
first,
worst contract in the universe right now.
Literally in the
I would
first
say
what?
Yeah, top 3.
Minute and a half of
Right.
his season, his
Alex
career
Smith.
with the Celtics.
there.
Right.
John Wall.
Was it a mistake
Bryce
now
Harper.
that he's back to start him out the gate? Was it a mistake, or do you have to because of the investment that you made and he didn't?
Answer carefully, Josh Doxson.
He didn't have a chance. He did not have a chance to hang himself with the rope that you gave him. So
I think you should. I don't
Was
think
it a
you-
mistake to
yeah,
start
it was,
him
It was a
out the
mistake
gate?
to start Gordon Hayward.
that's what I mean.
Yes. Yes. Because now all of a sudden you have Rozier and Jaylen Brown and guys like that. Like, this dude played one game. He didn't even play a minute.
Rozier said
What's
he's
his
out.
contract?
He's out.
How much money did they sign Gordon Hayward for?
I don't
Something
know, but
crazy.
I don't know, but my great uncle once told me you can't play broken leg white guys on your NBA team because you're gonna lose. So I've always listened.
And so that's what
I'm gonna
hurt.
stick
And then
with
by
it.
the time they figured it out, it was too late. Their whole chemistry was fractured. So now
They might be broken.
now they-
fractured.
I mean, they're
I
broken.
think it was
their
fractured.
whole chemistry was fractured. And now all of a sudden you're going towards the end of the season, and they have talent. They have a lot of talent.
Right.
But then when they got to the playoffs and it was really time to where the stakes kind of, there was more stakes involved, then
It's all about the stakes.
they didn't get a chance to prove their merit. So I just think that Kyrie's going to be gone. I do, and I think that Boston.
Rozier's going to be gone.
Rozier. No, I think Rozier will stay. It's going to be on Kyrie. If Kyrie leaves, Rozier will stay. If Kyrie stays, Rozier will leave. I think they're hand in hand. I really believe that.
All right, so we have besides a juice issue right here, we'll make sure we get this whole thing down
What's my
before we have
issue,
any
man?
juice issues up there.
What's my issue?
Dude, come on.
Another
You got all
big
kinds.
3 by Queen Cook.
With your Josh
straight.
Doxson, you got a Josh Doxson issue.
I love it.
That's what you
I
got.
like Josh Dotson. I loved him.
You
when they
don't
picked
love
him
him.
up.
You don't love him. You don't like him
You guys
or
from
love him.
Stonegate have a real weird way of talking to people about how
I
much you like
Josh
other
Dotson.
people.
I do like Josh Dotson. I liked him, but he's just not. We don't need him anymore.
Who's better than him? All right,
We just need
stop.
receivers.
I'm done. Let Quinn Cook keep
It's not
hitting
about
threes.
the name. It's about, is Zurek? Nope, not going to happen. All right, let's do some
Juice
Give Me Your
is so
Five
mad
action.
about. What's his name?
I want to do, it's like Zasterbeck or Alex Trebek, something like that. Oh, the guy,
Exasperated.
what's the guy's name? for
Zerbiak.
Golden State?
Zerbeck.
Jarebko.
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 You got Jarebko out here
Alex
getting buckets. Put someone in that can play. I was
Something like
just-
an
you're angry
electronics
hoops
store.
watcher.
I feel like I should be able to buy one of those old school football games at a Jarebko. Hey,
Yes.
where can I get one of those 1984 like touchdown?
Football
Jared
one
Coase?
was
You can go down
what
to
it was called.
Jarebko's.
Let me get one of them.
Jarebko's has got it.
Jarebko's got it.
Yeah, Draco's got it. Yeah, you get, they have it's great lollipops at the register. All right, give me your 5. First, give me your 5 of the night. It has to be food related, just because it has to. And so we've already done the convenience store and we did some restaurant stuff. So I want to know go-to dishes that you make when you don't spend a ton of time cooking.
Put an apron on, Juice.
You're not going to be in the kitchen. You're not going shopping for ingredients, but you are going in the kitchen and you are doing some level of cooking. And in order to eat within, I'd say 25 minutes at the most. So no fine dining. What are you making for yourself? I'll be happy to lead off.
I got 25 minutes or less.
25 minutes or less to cook something. Because you're hungry. I've seen you before.
I can't get no. I mean, how long it take to make fried chicken?
Do you make that in your kitchen?
Not in
Yeah?
25
I mean,
minutes.
not in 25
Not in
minutes.
25
So
minutes.
I can't do
No.
that. I can't do that.
I mean, you could have
I
the
can
chicken in the
I can bake-
refrigerator.
I can bake the chicken.
Just all you got to do is heat up the oil.
Can I bake it?
In 25 minutes? I don't know if you eat that chicken after 25 minutes of bacon.
Can you hand me the whiskey?
Yeah.
Did I whisper that? Or-
Did you say that out loud? You got one?
25
I was
25
pierogies is one of my go-tos.
Steak'em,
Steak 'em. That's fine. That's a
Steak 'em is
fine
good.
answer.
Oh my god.
steak'ems, and
Look, I'm a longtime steak lover.
What
but
kind of cheese you put on that? American, provolone,
American.
whatever you got.
American.
Yeah, I usually have provolone though.
I think
You have provolone? That
I'm
cheese has
provolone.
no personality.
I like American, and
It's
I
like,
like
eh.
shredded whatever.
So I was like,
You know what my side is?
What is it?
Purple bag Doritos.
Oh well, I could. You know what?
he
I
knew.
should. I should have.
He knew.
I should have already said. I knew that.
Can you hand me the whiskey, man?
The Steakum is an underrated go-to. It's a little bit of a time investment. It's dirty. It's a little bit messy. Man, it tastes good.
All right. You know what my beverage is?
I should know this.
I
Is
do.
it something-
I do.
Is
I do.
it gummy bears?
It's not a jammer. They don't sell them at 7-Eleven.
Is it a Capri Sun?
It's a mixture of grape Kool-Aid and Purple Source Rex.
Thank you,
Dude,
sir.
we had Purple Saurus.
Purple Source Rex and grape.
I think we've had that before.
25 minutes.
Slushy. It's slushy too. It's
I'll
because
make a grilled
it's
cheese.
been in the
Give me a
freezer.
grilled cheese
There you
sandwich.
go.
Give me a grilled cheese sandwich.
Are you putting anything in that?
I might put a little bacon.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
might put some bacon on
Nothing.
it. What are you
You
talking
can put
about?
any
You took you
leftovers.
You did a steak-um.
Yes.
Okay. You did a steak-um.
You just steak them. But I
so how you
salute
gonna
the
say- how
steak.
you-
Bread on French bread roll. Yeah.
Oh,
Give me grilled
that's really
cheese.
classic.
With mayonnaise, which I know you hate,
It's-
but you got to put mayonnaise on
it's
steak.
still
Extra
gonna
mayonnaise.
Extra mayonnaise on a steak-um. Yes.
You want to go from the
Steak-um.
20th floor to
still
the
make
basement and skip all the teens and the single digits? yeah. Get me a steak with extra mayonnaise.
Immediately get this man.
But it's on a French roll.
It's double meat, double
No,
cheese.
on white bread.
Which
It's-
would-
I eat it, it's over, and I'm like, I take 3 steps, and I'm on my knees and
Give me a
How many-
grilled cheese
how many
on
steak-ums?
potato bread.
How many steak-ums? How many ones are you putting on one sandwich?
You can't just do one. What is this?
About four.
For what?
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
I think
Four
that's right.
steak-ums.
Four steak-ums.
You have the
That's right. What's your question?
Constitution.
So how you gonna sit up and get on me about my grilled cheese, man?
4 steakums crunched up in there.
4
Oh, you might think
steakums?
you in Philly.
You a
That's
sick-
you. Are you kidding me?
No. I'm listen. As a man from Maryland who has visited Philly, I'm well versed in
Bless you.
Thank
the
you.
whole. God bless you.
Thank you.
It's a.
That's
it's
weird.
not steak-um meat.
Did Jaron not hear the
It's
sneeze?
not steak-um meat. It's not steak-um meat, and it's not
Did
French
Jaron not
rolls.
hear that I sneezed?
You
And it's-
have to
it's-
go
it-
at
but it
least.
is whiz.
You have to at
It's
least
the
go
grossest
4
cheese.
of them.
4 steakums.
Yes.
4
Because I remember
steakums.
when I was young, I used to eat the call budding. The call budding.
It was called meat.
But you had to
Carl
put like
budding.
18 pieces
Meat.
of
Yeah.
deli meat on there.
Because them joints was
They
real
ran
thin.
them
They
thin
were real
sliced.
thin.
It's
Well, I
They
just
were
wanted you
real
guys to
thin.
know
It said meat. It didn't say like roast beef or ham. It said meat. And
said
it was
meat.
thin sliced.
a great grilled cheese with steak. You make the steak 'em, then you make the grilled cheese with the steak 'em. I've done that before. It's amazing. You guys, by
What
the
are
way,
you doing
just
in
put your heads
25
together.
minutes
I
of
told
that?
you pierogies.
What are you doing in 25 minutes?
In
of that?
25 minutes, I can do a lot.
Yeah, I know.
But what I can do from what you guys all said is eat everything you said and then just completely lose my bowels. There's no chance at this
I'm pretty
age.
sure you know where they'll be.
I can't do 4 steakums in 6 months. I'll do 4. I'll do 4. Or 2 and 2 every 3 months.
Okay.
In 25 minutes, it's going to be something that is meaty, cheesy, and pasta-y. So it always turns into cheeseburger macaroni.
Yep. And eggs aren't like any kind of egg dish.
Breakfast for dinner, we do a lot. I
Yeah.
do that. That'd be good. Get some bacon, ham, or sausage going, some eggs, bread. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
I'm saying,
That's 25
I'm thinking.
minutes.
All right, now on the sports side of Give Me Your 5, and with a little bit of a draft, kind of Washington Wizards draft theme. My initial question was going to be the
Worst pick ever?
no. I'm trying to say positive. I'm trying to say
Okay.
positive. I'm
Well, we
talking
always
about
got Kwame Brown.
in honor of Ernie Grunfeld, who is no longer the GM, but who was famous for just trading away all our picks all the time. I want to know at number 9, all those calls were going to be taken from all those GMs who want to trade for our number 9 pick. It doesn't really work with number 9. That's what I'm getting at here. I was hoping for a draft day trade involving the
Terrible
Wizards.
position.
Some kind of help.
Worst possible case scenario.
Some kind of help.
Some kind of help. I thought this
You're
would
not
be a
gonna
great
get
pick
any
to trade.
help, man.
It's
You're not
a
going
good
to trade
pick
the number 9 pick.
No, you're not.
You're not.
You're gonna.
Nobody
and
wants the number 9 pick.
Nobody
in the NBA
wants it,
draft.
including the people
If
drafting
thi-
at number 9.
Yeah.
If
What do you
this
guys
was
think
the-
we're
if
going to
this-
get for
listen.
a Niner?
It's crazy because this was the NFL draft. Oh my God!
You'd be ecstatic.
Absolutely.
It's the pick is just low enough to where if whoever you draft, someone is going to call
Like,
them a
that's a
reach,
terrible
and it's
pick,
just high
man.
enough where there's not going to be anyone.
That's a terrible
sexy.
pick, man.
It's a terrible pick.
sexiness.
It's the worst possible
so
case scenario.
bad, man.
Everything that's happened in succession, aside from Grunfeld finally getting taken out, has been the worst possible case scenario for the Wiz. Come on, man, Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
Like we're falling
we
right
should love Bradley Beal.
outside. We're falling right outside of a franchise player. We're right outside that scope. We're right outside.
I
that.
know.
You know what I mean? If we had gotten a 6, we'd be excited.
Bradley Beal's our franchise player.
Of course. No, he's talking. Yeah, I know, but in this draft,
We're gonna get a
if
Euro-
Cam Reddish
we're gonna
goes
get a
8th,
European,
I'm going to be
man.
pissed.
We're gonna get a European.
I know.
I hated
Of
Cam
course.
Reddish at like 1st, 2nd, or 3rd. But we're going to get
We're gonna get a European.
Ernie Grunfeld from the Ukraine.
Yes, we're literally drafting someone no one's ever heard of.
Nobody's ever heard of,
And
man.
there's only a 50% chance he actually ever plays. In
That's
the
what I'm
United
saying. He's
States.
gonna stay in this country for 2 years.
Oh,
man.
that's gonna be And Jan Vasely's gonna look like an all-star compared to him.
He's not even gonna come. He's gonna stay in this
Grunfeld's
country.
definitely not coming to the States. Not after all this shit went down.
I'm telling you that. And that what happened to? Didn't that happen to? What was the dude that we got that stayed in this country? Who was the guy that we got like? Who was sorry?
I mean, Jan Vesely was
Beasley. That's who it was.
Vesely Vasely.
He's the Christian Leitner of the Euro League. Everyone was like, great.
Did he played? He was all right. He was hard nosed.
No, he's playing. He's playing right now. He might get MVP of the EuroLeague this year.
He's shot, and they said he shot.
Playing for Fenerbahce in
He
Turkey.
worked his ass off. He just never got there. Here. So he's going to be MVP of the highest Euro League,
Yeah.
the Euro League.
Yeah.
Jan Vesely?
Yes.
That makes it worse for us.
The last European player we drafted,
Shit.
I don't know if you guys will get this. He's Slovenian, Isuf Senan. We drafted him in
Who
the second
is
round
that,
last year.
man?
But
That's who we're gonna get this year.
prior to that, who was the last
Get
international
him
player
on
we
the
drafted?
podcast.
For
In
here.
2012, the Washington Wizards drafted an international player.
Oh, our point guard.
Tomas
Thank you.
Satoransky.
Satoransky.
Was he Czech Republic?
He's Spanish.
He's
Thank you very
Spanish?
much. From Spain. Prior to that, Nemanja Bjelica from Serbia.
Nemanja Bjelica.
That didn't work out too well
Listen,
for us.
This pick we're gonna get is gonna be terrible this year.
We did draft Alexei Petrov. That was our first round draft pick.
Who?
Alexei Petrov, you remember that? Alexei Petrov. That was
We got the ninth.
2006.
It's
got-
Alexei, man.
We have the 9th pick of the NBA draft.
I'm trying to see if we've ever
It's the
drafted that
worst
before.
of
We
our
have.
options.
In 1989, the Washington Wizards
mathematically-
drafted number 9 overall in the first round.
Who?
In what year?
1989. They were the Washington
a
Bullets, of
European?
course. No.
Oh.
1989, Washington Wizards with the 9th pick overall in the NBA draft. Drafted?
Liddell Eccles.
Hold on.
No.
89.
You were like 24 back.
John Hot Plate Williamson
straight out
had
of
already
college.
been drafted.
I was ready to go to Maryland at that point. 1989. No.
Tom
Yeah, I was
Gugliotta.
Hammonds.
No, it wasn't
Damn it.
Googs. Googs was-
Georgia Tech.
Googs
was
I
a
know.
walk.
I love
Googs
Googs.
was
I
a
watched
walk.
him play. I know.
Tommy
Tom Hammonds,
Tommy
Georgia
Hammonds.
Tech. Georgia Tech.
Super long wingspan. I think he wore the wristbands on the wrists.
You're popping. Careful.
Sorry.
No, I can't see
You're
any other
excited.
9s.
That's because it's a sorry pick.
Yeah. Capital
Ain't nobody want
Bullets.
no daggone 9 pick, man. That's a terrible pick, man.
Actually, we did draft Stan Love at number 9 overall out of the University of Oregon back in
Stan
1971
Love? Who?
Knock
for
it
the
off.
Baltimore Bullets.
Knock it off, Stan Love.
George Johnson,
It's-
Stephen
it's-
S. Alston.
It wasn't even a lottery
bad.
pick back then. It was just 9. It was just number 9.
No, but it's right there where, like you said, it's on the outside. You're not in the party.
You're not in the party. You
you
just
kinda
looking
looking,
around, man.
knocking
You
on the
look-
window.
You want to get into the party?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's
Everybody's
still a
already
single
got-
digit. It's still a single digit, so everyone
But
is
you're not even. But you're
expecting.
not even VIP.
Expectations are high.
You're not even VIP.
Depending on the strength of the
They
draft,
closed. They
you might
closed
be
the
a
rope.
project.
They closed. Listen, they closed the rope before you can even get up there. Like
Hey.
like everybody's already in the party inside the rope.
Good news.
Everybody's already inside the party, and you just outside looking in, man.
Good news though
Such
for
anger. I
the
love it.
prospects. Guess what? There's job openings in town. We need basketball players. Whoever we drafted number 9 is probably going to be good enough to make our team. I'm guessing, and probably play for us a good amount in the first year.
It's going to be Nasir Little, and it's not going to be great.
Yep.
Whoever it is going to have to wait,
Yep.
and they can't play point guard. Yeah. I'm not going Jew style, though. I have faith.
What do you got before we get out of here? What are your
Yeah.
predictions?
Kev, what do you have
And
faith
how many
in, Kev?
games
What do you
for
have
this
faith in?
this series? Golden State, Portland.
The 9th pick.
Sweep. Golden
No,
State sweep.
not in
Golden
the league.
State
I'm with
sweep?
you on that.
Golden State sweep.
What do you say?
I'm with you
Golden
on
State,
that.
Portland series.
I think Portland's going to get 2 games.
So
I
Golden
think
State
they're
in
going to
6.
lose at home. And they're going to put up a valiant effort. I do like checking out stuff like Kevin Durant dealing on the podcast with C.J. McCollum. Said he was straight out of the mud. If he could pull this off, it might be it's one of those reasons why your great uncles tell you not to open your mouth. No matter how good you are, keep your mouth shut.
I think Golden
No
State's
one's
just
it's true, but if it doesn't, will C.J. McCollum be in the best position ever? He told him straight up, "Come on, man, you guys are difficult to stop, but you ain't winning the championship."
This
And
is a
laughed
sweep.
in his
Portland-
face.
Portland just doesn't have enough firepower to beat Golden
they
State.
don't.
man.
This is a sweep.
They don't
Can't
have
ask
enough
Damian
firepower.
Lillard to shoot
And that's-
37-foot jump shots.
Houston is the toughest matchup for Golden State. They're the toughest matchup.
And I think Milwaukee will get a game off them, maybe 2 games
No,
off
Golden
in the finals.
no, Milwaukee's a different story.
So what do y'all have for Milwaukee
4-2.
against Toronto?
4-2, Draymond Green, Series MVP, Finals MVP.
Unbelievable.
Draymond Green?
Yeah, as he just clanks another one off.
He's had a great
Dude,
game.
if you
He's had a great
look
game.
historically at the
Iron
last
on Kyrie,
40,
man.
since the logo was named the Finals MVP, there hasn't been very many Draymond Greens.
In the league, period.
No, winning the Finals MVP. It's no one that averages 11.
So will
77.
Milwaukee,
Almost
will
averages a
Milwaukee make
triple-double.
quick work of Toronto? Or you
Yes.
think Toronto gives them a series? They challenge them?
No,
4-2 Milwaukee.
2
4-2?
sweeps,
What do you think?
2
It's either
series.
4-2 or 4-1.
Two
You have
sweeps.
Milwaukee sweeping Toronto?
Two sweeps.
I think a sweep will be avoided, and that will be their finest effort, and it will be 4-1, 4-2 possibly. I mean, I'm 4-1.5. Political answer.
Sweep him
right.
away.
I don't think it's a sweep.
Worst
but
conference finals year in a long, long time
yeah,
for the
it
NBA.
stinks. It's like it's not the talent, the market, the
I'm trying to
excitement.
think what would have been better. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot of options. Maybe if the Wizards had been in it, they could have been more
We'll
exciting.
see.
I don't know.
Next
I don't
time
know.
we get on here, we'll be in the thick of things a little bit more. I just think that Giannis is such a matchup problem. I think that this is his year. I think Milwaukee wins it all.
All right.
And
You heard
we'll
it
see.
here. You heard it here first. You heard it here only.
So no one's
We'll
going
see.
with Charles Barkley and the Portland Trailblazers.
This is going to be a better series than everybody thinks.
Right now,
Golden
it's a
State
sweep.
won't win in Portland. The first go round, those
Okay.
first 2 games.
All right. Go. We'll see. I got Golden State in 5. I got Milwaukee in 6. And I have Golden State beating Milwaukee in 7.
All right.
And Josh Doxson in Little Italy.
And I have Josh Dotson getting cut before training camp.
You're like the
I'm just saying, man.
what's
I'm
it
just
called?
saying.
The guy that gives the tag on the.
Y'all,
Hard
and listen,
Knocks.
and listen.
We're going to be
listen.
on Hard Knocks, by the way.
Y'all are
Before we
gonna-
get out of here,
listen,
there's a
listen.
chance we're going to be on
I'm
Hard Knocks.
going.
and I think
Listen,
it's
I'm
good.
going to text y'all. I'm going to text y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all I told you so. The worst thing to do is
I
get
believe
I
that.
told you so
I
from
believe
Juice.
that.
I
Fair
told
enough.
you so.
So what's the date that we can say, I told you so? We ain't cutting Josh Doxson.
Okay.
We're getting value out of this
Three
contract
can
because
play
it's,
that game.
it's GM 101. Unless he's a cancer in the locker room, you have to milk
What if you
every
just- what if you just sign?
last
What if you just-
drop
what if
out
you
of
just
that
He has to
sign?
be the worst guy. He has
It's
to be
a
the worst
terrible
wide
thing.
receiver
or
on
if
our
you
That's
roster.
true.
or you may just have guys better than him.
If that's what I'm saying.
That's
he
what I'm
has,
saying.
He has to get cut for merit.
We don't. We
haven't.
don't.
Okay.
Not more athletic than him, and no one's proven who's
I haven't
better.
seen any athleticism at all from him at all.
He would have
since
to.
he's been
He
here.
would have to reach in between his cheeks and then bitch slap Jay Gruden in front of every local news outlet.
He'll
to
definitely
leave-
be
to
on the
be- to
roster.
not be here.
We'll note that day. And
He ain't gonna do that. Who would? Who would say that? I apologize.
Man, I can't wait to prove y'all wrong.
I'll,
man.
I'll,
I can't
I'll,
wait to prove
I'll be
y'all
looking
wrong.
forward
How you gonna
to
prove us wrong
something
with Josh
amazing.
Doxson?
I can't when he gets cut. When he gets cut, I'm serious. I'm gonna come on this show or on your show, and I'm gonna say, guys, I told you so.
So what happens? What's the converse?
Nothing's gonna happen. I'm just saying.
But he's
I'm-
going to
No.
make the team.
So I guess we get to go on. Sorry, with your permission, may we come on your show and Josh Doxson catches his 5th touchdown in week 3, and say whatever the hell we want.
I'll eat crow. I will
Absolutely.
eat crow.
No, not eat crow, but will you join us in the statement that we will read?
For sure.
Yeah, three of us, 3 paragraphs.
Very agreeable.
We all write our own paragraph, and then
Yep.
we all conclude.
And
the-
send it
For
to our
me
own-
Go at Juice.
We have our own paragraph music too.
Absolutely.
Because I have some thoughts about what song I want to be
I'll
playing
give
when I
Darren
read
a
my paragraph.
bailout if it goes the wrong way, but you and I will have to deal with that. With.
I know it's going to be Far Side, but I don't know which song yet. But I'll keep you posted.
I'm not too
It's gonna
wrong when
be,
it comes to
other
the
fish.
skins. When it
Other
comes to the
fish.
Or
skins,
pass
I'm
me
not.
that.
I'm not wrong a lot on the skins. I'm not wrong a lot on the skins. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you.
Unless
All right.
Josh Dotson punches Daniel Snyder's cousin in the stomach and breaks out.
I have sources.
He's talking.
I got sources. I'm just telling you. I'm just saying right now. I'm gonna leave it at that. I have
But
sources.
so your claim is he's cut.
It's Sean Springs. He
I would
said he
trade
can't
him.
get picked at kickball.
Is he gonna be
over this-
traded?
Oh no, that was PR.
Who?
He
Josh
has-
Dotson will not suit up for us week 1 against the Eagles.
because
I
he'll
don't
be
know
cut.
what's going to happen to him. I'm just telling you, he's not going to suit up for us week 1. He will not be on our 53-man roster week 1.
Okay.
Just letting y'all know.
Why? Because
I have sources.
Because Trey Quinn has.
I ain't saying Trey Quinn. I'm just saying I have sources. Just gonna leave it at that.
Well, these sources
But you're
better be
saying
able
he's
to
getting
predict
cut.
the future
You said he's getting cut.
because there's
I'm saying
all
he's not
young
gonna be on-
receivers.
I'm saying he's not going to be on the team week 1.
Oh
All right.
Jesus!
All right. Well, listen. Come back next Tuesday night as we
Sources.
You're
Give
the
you a
Silky Johnson. of
around the
hatred.
clock, 24-hour access to the
hey,
never-ending
hey.
story of Josh Dotson and his possible
Go,
making
man.
or not making of the Redskins
Sorry,
roster.
he's
and
sorry.
Jews.
Until next Tuesday night, he's Kevin Ricka.
Hey, this was fun, man. The mashup got mashed up. We did it. Juice, he wasn't as angry as I anticipated. And you weren't either. You didn't go after Big Brother tonight. But I love chopping it up like this, man. This is old school stuff. This would have happened back in the day from 10 years back all the way through at a little spot up the road. This is way more comfortable, Ken. Thanks for having us.
He's Kevin McClinton. We've been
This was fun,
distracted
man.
by Golden
It's-
State.
I have to, man. I just like watching them play
Yeah.
basketball. This was fun, guys. This was really fun. We need to do this more often, man. Just kind of just shooting it up and
Shout out to
hanging
T.
out.
Tim Strachan not making it this
Mr. T,
evening.
Mr. T.
He's Darren McClinton.
Curry Chicken just hit another deep bomb.
Double
Is
digits.
he 10 or 11?
I think that's 10.
It's a good matchup for them, man. That's a good matchup. for
Sweeps,
them.
2 sweeps, 2 conference sweeps. Lots of cleaning, lots of brooms. On behalf of First Amendment Sports, I'm Ken Marigold. This was the Audible, and
The hot box.
we'll see you guys next Tuesday night. Thanks a lot.
Appreciate you.
Josh Dotson gone, man.
Why?
Still alive.
If you can give me one good goddamn reason besides you fucking can't stand the fact that he's a pussy,